All right, guys, what's going on? So, out here in San Francisco with some wonderful, wonderful folks, talking about bringing justice for hire. Imagine shooting on this stage and shooting with this in the background, having like a scene happening in the background here, kind of like what they do for Mandalorian, etc. So that's what we're talking about, and yeah. So all this was shot on cinema cameras outside of the user generated content. And so mixing it all together, like AI has been super helpful at upscaling some of the phone footage, at creating backgrounds where there were no backgrounds for certain concepts. And I'll pull out my phone and shoot a scene sometimes too, as you guys just saw. That was my favorite restaurant that actually did have a challenge upstairs with some, activity that we won't necessarily name. So, on camera. But I was, let me go and see what's going on and shoot it for the show. If it's too much trouble, don't even worry about it. This is really beautiful. I thought it was outside. I thought this light. I thought this was like this is open. That was the sky. And when I first walked in, I was but really think about it, guys. If we're shooting a big scene and we need a stage like this, we could all come to meet up in San Francisco and shoot an action scene here, or some form of JFH like unifying scene. So we'll
light it up.
figure this all.
We'll light the whole thing up soon, so you can see just how, like, it can be really, feel really enveloping when you're
Play this now.
full width.
Let me see if I have it now. Let me see it.
And I want to do like I would love to just capture you guys on camera with some like really quick introductions too in a bit after this the sound experience, if you don't mind. No pressure.
Sounds great. Okay, now it should find it.
Sit there for a second.
Ian off. JFH was formed because JFH some girl with a boyfriend. Find that girl, you can build a bigger app, a better app than JFH.
Heroics? Come on, you can tell this is evil, right?
He recruits our hero number one, and it's like my uncle, and his son is like my brother. But I gave up that life to the burnout. After years of helping, I didn't have anything to show for it. I was broke, divorced, living without my son, and teaching martial arts to survive. But when I witnessed a domestic violence incident that police I heard a story so far. JFA started in New York City, with me, Jan, aka Hero Number Zero.
Here we go. Is it too loud?
No, not at all.
You're good? All right. Look at us improvising the filming.
Over here, and then.
There you go.
You're hitching me some illegal vigilante app. Just a little bit saying
Justice for Hire, the story so far. JFA started in New York City, with me, Jan, aka Hero Number Zero. I grew up in a family of vigilantes. My dad, his best friend is like my uncle, and his son is like my brother. But I gave up that life due to burnout. After years of helping people, I didn't have anything to show for it. I was broke, divorced, living without my son, and teaching martial arts to survive. But when I witnessed that domestic violence incident that police couldn't respond to, look at me when I'm talking to you. I finally had my billion-dollar business idea. I realized the only way to truly save the world is for everyone to be a hero. It's an act to hire a hero or become one and get paid. It unites heroes with people who need them for your bodyguard. I knew in that moment that I and anyone that wanted to be a hero would never be broke again. Because justice is for hire. I'm gonna be so rich. We're all gonna be rich. Or at least after I help them for free, because that's the right thing to do. My intervention turned to a battle with a man named Franco Ordonez and inspired Franco's ex Justine to step up and train herself as JFH hero number one, which did not work out. More on that later. I started finding people who need help. Bro, you can't be here, man. You gotta leave and never come back. Folks that can't get that help from the police police, or any other organization our society has. Because what's freedom if we can't do what we know is right? What happens when the police can't help? You call us. I start hero meetups at my martial arts school to train people to help my clients. Who's down to help here? And heroes step up. Glitter, Vintage, Slug and Elixir, Juice, Bunny, Tai Chi Wonder, Sensei Claw, Dread, who used to be a villain, but now he's a hero, and we even go on drug busts together. Guru Merkaba, AK Wonder, Lionheart, the legendary Cypher's crew, and more. The movement crew, fighters, mediators, helpers, hackers, guards, good Samaritans, people helping people. The JFH app gets built by my college buddy Tommy and expert developer Andra. It's a bit buggy in the beginning. App told me that I would find the bad guy. Hey bro, I gotta take this phone, man. Dude, you can't be stealing people's phones, man. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. And all of a sudden, it switched to another location, so I was fighting the wrong guy. Did not. But it's a start, enough to get financial support from one-man startup accelerator Brian Fruberg.
Listen, I got you.
We grow more JFH nationwide. Heroes gearing up.
Hello, Justice for Hire.
Working together to make a culture of instant justice for all actions. Masks are optional. We have the budget to bail you out if you get arrested.
Police are searching for a vigilante that assaulted a robber and returned stolen money.
So of course we're being watched. Turns out Franco's a high-ranking cop and he's pissed that JFH exists. I'm gonna take him down. He calls up Detective Luisa Mendez to get as much dirt on JFH as she can. Meanwhile, notorious tech bra Damian Love becomes obsessed with our apps.
So much, I want to buy it.
He sends out a fighter named Cowboy, who targets JFH heroes and shut down their missions. This is of course problematic for business. Just a mouthpiece. I don't like when people do this.
You should put in a mouthpiece and move it.
No way I'm selling JFH to this guy.
No, you're gonna need a big guy.
That pissed Damien off.
JFH was formed because Jan dated some girl from an abusive boyfriend. Find that girl, you can build a bigger app, a better app than JFH.
Heroics? Come on, you can tell this is evil, right? He recruits our hero number one, Justine, who never felt at home at JFH or anywhere else for that matter. Cowboy and Justine are fond of each other, but Justine has her own plans for him and Damien and this new rival JFH app. She just needs an X factor to raise the stakes. She gets her wish. Like a sudden storm, ninjas cause incidents across the US. They appear and disappear with attacks on people, police, and JFH heroes alike. And now everyone is stressed out.
You know all these ninjas, I'm taking them all down.
Cops, cowboys, ninjas, bad press. Villains posing as heroes on our app. And then we have this rival app that's coming up, and I'm still trying to keep our community safe. Keep building the world we want to be living in, where people are empowered to be heroes for themselves and others. And still trying to be a father in my life, and trying to love, and I don't want to lose all this. I need your help. If you've ever wanted to be a hero, now is your time. Join us. Or if you're someone who needs help, heroes are waiting for you on justiceforhire.app.
Love always finds a way. Hear that, Jan?
You're pitching me some illegal vigilante apps. It's just a little bit of the same.
Justice for Hire. Story.
Thank you so much for.
Started in New York. New York City.
You know, we have a stage.
No, this is awesome. I mean, it's so cool to see it on this too. I just think that getting the widescreen one out is going to look even better.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I just want to do a quick intro to for the community. So guys, this is Stefan Fish.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so this is I've been blown away. A friend of mine, Jonathan Harbour, introduced us, and Jonathan, I worked with him at NYU's StartEd Accelerator, and he was saying that he's like, Jan, some of the crazy stuff you're saying sounds just like a friend of mine who was saying crazy stuff too. And I'm just gonna introduce you. And so it's amazing when I meet people who have the experience to understand all these different subtleties in media and be able to bring them together and see how they all work together for the benefit of society, for the impact on culture. And this guy right here is a great example of one of those human beings. It's a rare skill set, and I'm just deeply honored to be with you, man. And thank you so much for having me out. So,
All right.
and he's got a team here of just really amazing folks. And could you let the folks know just a little bit more about he was telling me this amazing story. Could we have the full name again, please?
Scott Miniman.
Scott Miniman.
Yeah, long time techno nerd, I guess. Involved in media or streaming media and digital media from the Xerox PARC days back in the 1980s. And yeah, really excited about new ways of empowering communities to work with video and kind of use video for social good, turn it into a conversational medium instead of a kind of play once, view never sort of thing.
He told me a story that I won't dive too deep into, but I'll just say 1999 billboards that you can control with your key fob or your garage door opener. Like just like that. This is like OG genius here that we for media. So it's really, really important, and I'm like deeply honored to be here. And we got Simon over here.
Thomas.
I
No worries. Thomas Oyoung, yeah, designer, filmmaker, trying to build a better future of media.
Graduating soon.
Graduating soon.
Which is
About to be
always
a-
fist bump
a
worthy.
master, so to speak.
So, I mean, when you spend time, again, I learned this from martial arts, when you spend time around mastery, it's really, really, it starts to seep in. And I think it's the intention with our community, and the reason I'm live streaming right now is to make sure that you guys know that, like, any place we are, it's always us. It's always our community. It's always accessible. So the reason I'm here today is to talk about making this space accessible to our community. And with the space, access to amazing minds that can help us build out our worlds, whether it's Justice for Hire or another world that you might want to build out on your own. So I'm just deeply grateful. I always want to show gratitude for the masters that I encounter. We're here with some now. And so, deep gratitude and just another example of mastery supporting the next generation right here. So anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to jump off the stream now, but I'll be back soon with more. Love you. Thank you guys for that.